I open up and take all of your questions. Let me just share some generic information with you that may answer questions. Um, and then if we still have lingering questions that are good for the whole, then we'll definitely address those. Okay. So first things first, if I have any new parents here and you're new to Oakview, let me welcome you. My name is Sabrina Pressley, proud principal here at Oakview Elementary School. Um, the lady at the bottom is Miss Summer Perry. She's our head counselor. We are blessed to have two counselors. Miss Perry is the head counselor, and she services our 3 through 5 students. And she also spearheads our 504 and our 504 chair and our PBIS team. And so you see her at the bottom, but we also have the fabulous Miss Jennings, who is our kindergarten through second grade, pre-K through second grade counselor, who is not with us on the call. So Miss Perry will be here to just kind of chime in on a couple of things for me, and be here to answer additional questions. And then, of course, we have the wonderful DJ Super Crump, Mr. Danzo, who will be moderating the conversation and moderating the questions, and checking the chat for me, and keeping me on time. So just to take a few minutes, just wanted to share with you. So I'm going to address some of the big questions that you all have been putting in Class Dojo, or emailing or calling with. And I figure if we get 3 or 4 calls, that must mean that everybody wants to know the information. So let's start with the big piece, which is Chromebooks. And so you've heard all year, all summer, that our wonderful superintendent, Ms. Cheryl Watson Harris, has stated all of our students will receive Chromebooks. And so Oakview is fortunate to have Chromebooks on hand. And so we will begin our Chromebook deployment this weekend. Whether you reserved one or not, the purpose of the reservation was to kind of get an idea of how many students were in need of a Chromebook device at home. So if you have a device at home and you're okay with your students using that device, please continue to use that device. But if you are in need of a device, we do have devices here at the school that can be loaned out to you. And we will have pickup times beginning on this Saturday from 9 to 12, Sunday from 9 to 12, and then Monday from 9 to 12. If you're one of my parents with extenuating circumstances, and I'm serious about extenuating, then please send me a message on Dojo so that we can work something out for you and your child. But I'm asking that the masses of the parents please come on one of those days to pick up your child's device. When you arrive, we'll have you check your census information that you've submitted for Infinite Campus. We'll have you sign a media release. And the purpose of the media release is that many of our students, we realize that some of our students may need to be absent. God forbid if we have any unforeseen illnesses with any of our students or any of our households, then those children would be able to go back and watch a recorded lesson. However, we all know that lessons have children in them. And so in order for children to be recorded, we need to have a media release on file. And while you may say, well, I don't want my child recorded, it's not necessarily your child. It's really that we're recording the instruction, but there is a possibility that a face of a child or the voice of a child may be heard, may be seen in the process of a teacher engaging students. And we just want to make sure that we're covered. The videos are for instructional purposes only and will not be posted for the masses. They're private messages. But in the case we have students who are absent or need to go back for additional support, they can go back and watch those videos. So we're asking all families to sign a media release form. In addition, you do have to sign a device agreement by the district, and the parent and the student will need to sign that device agreement. So if you could please bring your students with you so they can sign that agreement once you enter the building, that would be perfect, and we won't have to go back and forth because those agreements do have to be signed. And so that is Chromebook deployment. When you come, please bring your government issued ID, and we will check your ID, check your census, sign off on your media release, sign off on a user device agreement. There is some information in the device agreement with how you can get insurance should your child damage or break or lose the computer. You are fiscally responsible for that. And so we're asking, we're providing information. The district has provided information for insurance companies that may be able to assist if you choose to take insurance out on the device. But we will have all that information for you when you arrive at the school. And that is again Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 9 to 12 o'clock. If you have extenuating circumstances, please send me a message on Dojo. Many of you will notice that in Classroom Dojo, some of your teachers have already pulled you into your new classes. So some of you are asking, well, how will I find out who my homeroom teacher is? Teachers are beginning to call parents. They started on yesterday. They're calling, they're emailing, and some of them are sending out Dojo messages. So if you log into Dojo and you see that you have a new teacher assigned to you, that is your child's new homeroom teacher. Our 4th and 5th grade students will have an individual teacher for each class. That's a ELA teacher, a reading teacher, a science teacher, a math teacher, and a social studies teacher. That's for 4th grade and 5th grade only. And so those teachers will be calling you as well to introduce themselves. For open house tomorrow, you will have an opportunity to meet those teachers virtually. And so our open house links will be posted on the website this evening. We are finalizing a few things to make sure that our links are active and working, and hoping to minimize the technology issues that we had this morning. But we do use Microsoft Teams as our platform. We're no longer using Google Classroom. We're no longer using Zoom. We are using Microsoft Teams. And so the links will be posted live on our website under the virtual learning tab, and you'll be able to access those grade level open houses. Open house starts tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. And so I'm asking all parents that are available, if you will jump online so that you can meet your teacher virtually and ask all instructional questions that you may have as we begin our 2020-2021 school year. In addition, first day of school. So first day of school, we understand that everybody's anxious. Everybody wants to make sure that their devices are working. And so we have some time built into our first week to make sure everybody's online, everybody has what they need, and everybody can connect. So the first day of school, we're doing school-wide activities. First day of school, we're doing school-wide activities, and we are asking all students to participate. And our first day of school activities will be posted online. And we'll also make sure that our teachers have access to the link, so that you will have that through your teacher sites as well. But our first day of school will be a virtual first day for the entire school, where we're all working on the same activities to make sure all of our children are connected, and to make sure we're not leaving those babies out that have to come on Monday to pick up their Chromebook. Since I brought up attendance, I'm going to pause here and let Ms. Perry jump in. Ms. Perry, could you address school attendance in the virtual setting, please? Now, Miss Perry, you're glitchy. We can't understand you, or is it just me?
She is getting a delay because she's watching it on the internet.
Okay. So can you hear her clearly, Mr.?
No, she's not.
Can you
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, good morning, everyone.
Keep going. I may have to go.
Okay. Well, about attendance. Attendance in the virtual world will be linked to student engagement with our online learning platforms. Students will be expected to participate in all synchronous and asynchronous activities and earn attendance through, as I said before, our online platform. Attendance will be measured by the full day. Is that students will attend school. It's evident by engagement with the students. Attendance can be taken in the following ways. Our platform, assignment being submitted on the due date, question answer on Verge, participation on class participation, a synchronous session, logging in the synchronous session, phone call, email with and the related as long as few absences and absences. Our are when or
All right, seems like we've got some choppy audio. Okay, can Miss Roach, can you tell me, can you hear me?
Miss Carrie's audio was choppy and Pressley.
Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Me. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, Miss Pressley.
Okay. Okay. So I will reiterate from Miss Perry. Miss Perry, hang up. That might be part of it. Hang up, Miss Perry. I'll go over her part. Awesome. She's frozen on my screen. Denzel, can you send her a text and tell her to hang up for me? That may. Okay. She's gone. Okay, so this may help you guys. All right, so let's just go back over this. In the spring, okay, great. So in the spring, you all know that attendance was optional for a lot of our children, and many parents, due to various reasons, chose not to have their children participate in virtual learning in the spring. As we begin our 2020-2021 school year, that is not the case. For students, attendance is mandatory. So I'm going to read to you some of the district policy on attendance. And this is also going to be uploaded on our website. Once you go to the website and click on virtual learning, you'll see the virtual school handbook. But just know that student attendance is mandatory, and it's a way that we can ensure that our students' academic and social emotional support is met. Teachers will be marking students' attendance based on participation in their virtual learning activities, such as uploading their assignments based on the predetermined deadlines given by the teacher, as well as participating in synchronous sessions. So when your teacher lets you know that they have synchronous sessions going on, students are required to participate. And you'll note that teachers are doing synchronous sessions every day for their contents, at least for the first 5 to 10 minutes. And students will have at least 3 assignments every week. So please be mindful, parents, that your students are required to attend, and they are expected to participate in each class just as they would as if we were in the brick and mortar. The way we will measure that, again, is their presence in their synchronous sessions. That's face-to-face, not face-to-face, I guess virtual, same time lessons, meeting with the teacher. And then any assignments, if they do check-ins, if they have questions to answer, if they put online discussions, all of those are ways that our teachers will be taking attendance. And so if you have a student that needs to be absent for the day, you say, you know what, my child is sick today, just like you would if we were in face-to-face, we're going to ask that you send Miss Lundy an email and just send the excuse to her. So if your child goes to the doctor, you would just take a picture or scan that excuse and email it to Miss Lundy. So just keep that in mind. And then we do have to follow mandated attendance reporting as if we were in the brick and mortar. And so after so many absences, we still follow our attendance protocol that has been given by the district. An excused absence is if a parent has made contact and we've documented for the same reasons that you would be absent from our face-to-face if we were in the brick and mortar. So if a child is sick, or an immediate parent is sick in this particular situation, and you're unable to get your younger students online, and so you would want to let us know that. If you have doctors or dental or any kind of medical appointments that you need to take care of. If it's religious holidays that are pre-approved, then yes, you can definitely let us know about those. Death, that you'll need to be absent for homegoing services and things of that nature to support your family. Those are all state approved reasons to be absent from school. And so we're still asking the same thing that we would if you were in the brick and mortar, is that you would let us know. And the way we're doing that is you'll email Miss Lundy, the same young lady that sits so graciously at the front desk every day, and she'll take care of your attendance for you. If you're having connectivity issues or things of that nature, please keep in contact with your teacher. And if there's a way we can support you, I'm asking the teachers to keep me informed so that we can support you that way.
All right, Ms. Pressley, I'm ready with questions whenever you are.
Okay, I'm not ready yet. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Miss Perry wanted to let you know that oh, back to attendance. Make sure you let us know within 24 hours. The district policy for virtual learning is a 24-hour period of the absence. If something is occurring that's preventing the student from participating in virtual learning consistently, let us know so that we can work with our school social worker to get you some resources. Our school counselors will be available virtually, and they'll actually be meeting with our students each week. Every student in our building each week in a class through their specials time. And they also have their small group and individual guidance sessions, just as we would if we were in face-to-face. And so during those small group and guided lessons, they'll be talking about academic development, career development, and then focusing on the social and emotional development of our students and managing their emotions and learning how to apply those skills across the board. And so our counseling department is still available to you, and they will have counseling hours for you. The only service that I'm not sure about is those of you that were taking advantage of our Pathways services. Once we get clarity on how Pathways is operating, we will let those parents know who are receiving services through Pathways. Mr. Danzo, are you able to
Yes, ma'am.
upload our Staying Connected on Facebook? I think you can post a picture.
I can post it right now.
Okay, so Mr. Danzo is going to post our Staying Connected folder. We currently have Instagram. Now we have Facebook. We have a new YouTube channel. And then we still have our Class Dojo, our website. And then we'll still be sending out blast messages through email, text, and our school messenger. So we have various ways for you all to stay connected, but it is going to be absolutely important for our students and our parents especially to stay connected to what's going on in the school like never before. Everything that we're doing is virtual, so every conversation, everything you'll need, it'll have to be, you'll have to kind of become a little more independent. Many of you are sending me private messages requesting information that we've already published. I'm not fussing because I love everybody, and you guys know that I'll do whatever I need to do to make sure that you have the support that you need. But I do need you to make sure that checking the website is a part of your regular routine now. Making sure that you're checking your dojo messages, private, class story, and school story. Make that a part of your regular routine now. And then if we're telling you where to go, just knowing where to go on YouTube, where to go on Instagram, how to get on Facebook, knowing how to access those platforms will be definitely a key way for you to stay informed for the school on what's going on. And then teachers will be providing individualized information if they have some classroom information that's important. Okay, so I think for me, that is all. Oh, the other thing, a few other things. Along with attendance, the schedule for each grade level is posted on our website currently. So if you want to know what time your student will be going this or going there, please go onto our school website. The information I sent out maybe a week or so ago in the parent pack via email, all of that information has also been uploaded on our website. But please know that the schedules are actually more specific, and so the updated schedules are on our school website under virtual learning. So you may want to do that, especially if you have multiple children in our school. Those students will have different schedules, so you may want to check online to see that. Please note, parents, that grades will be taken while we're in a virtual setting. Teachers do have a mandated 2 to 3 grades a week posted in the grade book, and we will have our 9-week progress report as usual. So please make sure that you're staying on top of your students and getting their assignments completed. And I would even tell you, if you could, reach out to your teacher at least once a week, whether it be checking Infinite Campus or getting with them on Dojo, just to make sure that everything your student was supposed to turn in for the week, their attendance as well, is being updated and everything is accurate in this virtual setting. I'm also going to stop here and ask you, please, please, please know that we're in this together. Guys, this is different for everybody, not just you. So this is a learning curve for our teachers. So please know that we're working hard and we're working as one school community to make this work. So we're asking questions of each other, we're leaning on each other, we're supporting each other. So whatever you need that's within our realm and scope of view, we will definitely do that to assist you. But make sure that you're staying connected so you know what's going on. Please note that Monday and Tuesday, first day of school and second day of school, those are both half days. I don't know how many of you watched the board meetings or have paid attention to the district's calendar, but Monday and Tuesday are both half days. And so our students, once we break for lunch, those students are free for the rest of the day to make sure that they're online, getting everything they need and getting caught up. Parents, I do have a checklist for you that will be available and a part of your first day of school packet. So you do have a checklist that has been provided for you so you'll know what to check for your students every day and every week. And it's one-sided. One side is for students and one side is for parents. So we tried to make it as easy for you as possible. Those parents who have been taking advantage of the food program know that the district is continuing with that. We are doing breakfast and lunch on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and they do 2-day intervals. So on Monday you'll get two breakfast and lunch for your students. On Wednesdays you'll get 2. On Friday you'll get 1 and a snack for the weekend. So please add that to your schedule if you want your students to take advantage of the food program. Let me say that this time it's going to be a little different. Students will have to punch in their lunch numbers like they do in school. So make sure that they know their student numbers. And most of you are asking me for student numbers, but you'll be surprised. Many of your students do know them, but if they don't know them, we're going to provide them for you as well. But to get food for this virtual learning period, the student does have to put in their student number when they go to pick up the food. And I'll put a flyer in your parent pack when you come to pick up your resources. For those of you who don't need Chromebooks, I still need you to come by the school. We have workbooks, our math workbooks, and our studies weekly. Will be in hopefully by tomorrow, so we'll have those to distribute it to you as well. A Chromebook is not required if you have your own, but your child does need a device. For pre-K students, we're not giving out Chromebooks, we're giving out iPads to all of our pre-K students. We are giving out iPads to our pre-K students, and so they won't get Chromebooks, they'll get iPads, but we'll follow that same user agreement that we sent out. So now I'm going to pause, sip water, and give you a chance to digest, and then continue loading up the chat with questions. And Mr. Danzo, I am ready for questions at this time.
Yes, ma'am. First question, we have more questions today than we did last week. That's exciting. Here we go. Class Dojo has not been updated on my end. I never received any calls or emails. I was able to locate. How can I get information about a teacher and virtual learning instructions?
Okay.
So for parents who are not plugged in currently, I had a couple of questions asking, saying that they did not receive the welcome back email with the information for returning parents.
Okay.
So they're asking, what do they need to do to get that email and that information?
Okay. So you asked me a lot, Danzo. So let's start with the welcome back email. If you did not get the welcome back email, there's one of two issues. The email address that we have on file for the school is incorrect, or you have someone else listed on your email, on your files as a primary email address. So the email is a mass email sent straight through the Infinite Campus portal. So when you come to pick up your Chromebook, please make sure that you check your email address and make sure that we have it, because that could be part of the problem. The other thing is make sure that we're not in your spam. It's going to come directly from somebody in the school. So last week's came directly from my email address, so you might want to search for Sabrina Pressley in your email, but just double check and make sure you don't have any DeKalb schools in your spam. The other thing is all the information that was sent via email is also uploaded on our website. And I'll try to make that a practice that everything that we send out in an email blast is also uploaded on our website. So if you didn't get the email, if you want to go to our website, click on virtual learning, you'll see all of those documents listed there. So you didn't miss anything. It's available on the website. I heard my teacher has not contacted me yet. Just hold on. Teachers are still in the process of contacting students. As we are cleaning up rosters and getting kids in classrooms, then teachers are able to get phone numbers. So they probably don't have your information yet, but they are calling and getting information from us to make sure they can contact you. Most of the grade levels are meeting in the morning for open house by grade level. So just knowing, all first grade teachers will be together on open house. All second grade teachers will be together in open house. So you'll have an opportunity to meet them in the morning for open house. So just hold tight. They are calling. They're in the process of calling as administration is updating rosters and getting schedules cleaned up. Then they are calling parents or dojoing parents. But they cannot put you in their dojo until they have you on their roster. So for those of you who are saying, I haven't gotten my dojo yet, teachers are required to have their dojo set up by the close of business today. So if you haven't received something, you'll probably start seeing something pop up today or tomorrow. Did I answer all of that question, Mr. Danzo?
I believe you did. I believe you did, Ms. Pressley. I have another question from Evelyn Garrett.
Okay.
She's asking 3 assignments per class. How will the assignments work in this virtual learning session?
All assignments are virtual, and so teachers will have all of that information for you. Again, we'll meet with students through Microsoft Teams, which is our online platform. Assignments will be posted there. It should be so much easier for you all than Verge. The district is going to tell you to check our Verge pages. Let me just put in a plug here. The district is going to tell you to check our Verge pages. Yes, we have Verge up to meet district requirements, but our Verge page is going to take you and give you same information that you'll see in Clever. All of our students will start every morning in Clever, or you may hear it called the lunch pad. Those words are synonymous. It's the same place. Your child knows how to get to Clever or Launchpad. If they tell you they don't, they're not being honest if they're a student that has been in DeKalb working on the Chromebook, because that's where everything in DeKalb is housed. And so when they use Chromebooks in the school, we're using Launchpad and Clever. And so I know at Oakview, we use our Chromebooks every day, and so any student who's been at Oakview, they know how to get into their Launchpad and Clever. But for those parents that want to know, when your child logs into the computer, you'll see a little rocket down at the bottom. Am I right, Mr. Danzo, with that? You'll see a rocket,
yes,
and that rocket takes you straight to Clever or Launchpad, and that's where you'll start your day every single morning. Meeting with your teachers, okay? And so, but again, if your student is a student in DeKalb and they've been using Chromebooks, then they know how to access the Launchpad and Clever, because that's where everything is housed for DeKalb County School District. And so, yes, students will have 3 assignments a week, and it may be the assignments will vary, but it won't look like worksheets. And so, parents, I need you to kind of shift in your paradigm as well, away from my child didn't do a worksheet, my child didn't do this. It's more about the thinking behind the learning and not necessarily the busy work behind the learning. And so there will be artifacts of learning, of course. However, we're not focusing on busy work. We're focusing on making sure that our students are actually engaged in learning and learning that will be a lifetime.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pressley. Our next question is from Ashley Watson White. She asks, will each class be instructor-led, or will students be on their own to review the material and complete assignments for each class?
So yes, your child will receive virtual face-to-face, if I could say that, instruction from the teachers every day. Teachers have been instructed that they are required to give live lessons every day. They won't be for an hour. If you've seen the research, students should not, for adults, we can give you maybe about an hour, hour and a half, but for students, we're giving it to them bite-sized pieces. And so they won't be doing live lessons for an extended amount of time, but they will have live lessons every day. But they will have some activities that they will do on their own, just like in the classroom where the teacher gives direct instruction, and then the teacher has small group time, and the teacher has individual time for students to work quietly, to work individually to maximize their learning. It will be the same thing online. So there will be live sessions, but there will also be activities that students will complete on their own. And you'll notice,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Denzo, you'll notice this year that teachers will have uploaded lesson plans for parents to see, and that is additional support to our parents and our families, for you to follow along, and it should have live links in it if the teachers are routing you to another website, to kind of go, to kind of help that issue that you all were having with not knowing where to go and the multiple websites and things like that. But another thing you'll notice is that it also has the suggested completion time on our website, and that is, excuse me, on our template, and that is district wide. So it doesn't matter what school your child attends, you should see district wide this same template, and so it'll tell you an exhaustive list of the activities your child should complete, any live links they should have, where to go and what time for live lessons, and it should tell you how long it should take your child on average to complete an assignment. So that'll give you an idea so you can kind of plan appropriately as parents.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. Next question is coming from, well, I want to give a big shout out to, I had a name. There's a parent, Canton Mathis. She posted the link to register for a Chromebook. So big shout out to Canton Mathis.
Thank you.
We had questions about if they have not already registered for a Chromebook, can they still come to the building, or do they have to register before coming to the building?
No, you do not have to register before coming to the building. That was a way for us to get a pulse on what we needed. But we were able to pull together our resources, so we now have enough for all of our students. So if you haven't registered, do not fret. Y'all don't stress out about this. I promise. We're going to make sure everybody is taken care of. So the first thing I want you to do is not stress out. I want you to take a second and breathe. Everybody just pause and breathe. If you did not register for a Chromebook, we've got you covered. We'll see you Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. Okay? Take that off your to-do list.
That is a great answer. And sidebar, one parent mentioned that the middle school, sixth graders were told they will not be able to receive a phone bill. She said she's coming from Cedar Grove Middle. She got this information. I'm not sure how true that is.
I apologize. I'm not sure about middle school and high school information. I know the district has purchased laptops and additional Chromebooks for students, and most of these here United States are virtual right now, especially in hot spots. And so I know that orders for Chromebooks are very delayed right now. So that's going to play a part in when the district receives their Chromebooks, and I think they've started receiving some, but there are some still waiting to be delivered. And so the goal is that all students in DeKalb County School District will have Chromebooks by first to mid-September. And so I'm sure if the middle school is receiving guidance from district level leadership that they will not be receiving Chromebooks, then they do have other learning activities and methods of ways to instruct your students at the middle school. But unfortunately, I'm not privy to that information at this time on exactly how Dr. Scott will ensure that gets done. I'm just not sure, and I don't want to give out erroneous information. But if you are I did not have Miss McAfee's class dojo, but if you in Dr. Davis, Miss Moore, Mr. Lee, or Miss Jones's homeroom for the past school year, I sent you a link I sent you a message yesterday in Class Dojo. Dr. Scott's email is on that letter that I forwarded to you in Dojo. So feel free to shoot her an email if you have questions and check their website. That's the best I can give you guys. I'm sorry about that.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. Next question from Ashley Watson, Wright. She says she's looking at the fourth grade schedule. Is there no school on Wednesdays?
So if you look on your schedule, you'll see that on Wednesday is to the side, and it should be highlighted in yellow, I think. So there is no live school. That is the day that you'll be able to do parent conferences. Teachers may do small group conferences with students. Our babies with IEPs will get their services, or IEP meetings, 504 meetings, SST meetings, Tier 2 meetings. That's the day all of that happens on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays, your children will have independent activities on Wednesdays. Okay, so Wednesdays are independent activities. That is also a professional learning day district wide. So any professional learning or meetings that we have as a school, that will happen on Wednesdays. So all of your conferencing, your meetings, unless it is a conflict for a parent, majority of that will all happen on Wednesdays. For students during that time, they'll be participating in learning activities independently. That's a great question.
Next question, Ms. Presley's coming from, let's go with Shantae Kate Hart. She says, since the students are going virtual learning, is it okay for them to wear regular clothes as long as they look presentable?
Please, and I thank you for bringing that up. Because we had children last year laying in the bed, with their pajamas on. Please know that other students and parents are online as well. Please make sure your children are presentable, and presenting themselves and representing you well. So yes, please have them get up. I would suggest that you have them. I have a rising seventh grader as well, and I tell my daughter, get up and follow your routine. Get up, brush your teeth, wash your face, get you some breakfast, put on some clothes, sit down at the table, and get your work done, so that they understand that this is not a playtime, but that this is still serious and this is school. So I would try my best, parents, to keep them on their routine as much as possible. I know for me, teleworking, working from home most days, I still have to get up and try to follow my routine, get up, get dressed, so that I can just kind of be mentally present with what I'm doing. So I would definitely suggest that you have your children get up, follow a routine, be dressed, representing themselves and well. But no, they don't have to sit on the computer in their uniform. They can, they can wear school appropriate attire, please.
Thank you, Ms. Presley.
Can I say one other thing? Let me say one other thing. For our, because they may do some movement, especially in PE class, I would be very mindful of that, parents, when they choose their attire. Especially for our females, the angle of the camera, if they're on camera moving, and they have on shorts and things of that nature, or shirts, just be mindful so that everything stays covered no matter how they're moving. Be mindful of that.
Thank you, Ms. Presley. We have some questions about logistics.
Okay.
If a child says they lost their lunch number, they can't remember their lunch number, how can they address that?
And so you'll see your student number in multiple places. And so let me address that, because I know we got numbers all over the place and people are getting confused. So if you have a past report card, it doesn't matter what grade level it was. If you can find any report card from DeKalb, 9 times out of 10, your child's student number is on that report card. The student number is, I think it's 7 digits. And it typically starts with a 9. Okay. So that's one way, the report card. Once you go into Infinite Campus, if you're in Infinite Campus, you'll also see your student number in Infinite Campus. If you don't see it, don't have a report card, not in Infinite Campus yet, no worries. Don't stress out. When the teachers send their instructional access form on Monday, it will have the student number at the top. Okay. If your student remembers their lunch number, then the beginning of it is going to be like a 90919 something. But some of them do remember. But if you don't have it, or if you have a copy of registration documents or anything from the school, most of the time, official documents from the school have student numbers on them. But if it doesn't, guys, do not stress out. We can get you your student number. I promise you. We'll get it to you. Don't stress out. The first week of school, we're going to make sure everybody is connected. Everybody has what they need. Don't panic. What I am going to ask you to do, though, is be patient. There is one me, and I know many of you, we've built relationships, and you all know that I'm going to respond to messages. Teachers are responding to messages, but it's more of you than there are of us. So as we're trying to get to your messages, and teachers are trying to get to all their parents and introduce themselves, just be patient with us. We're getting to you. I promise no one is intentionally ignoring you. If it's been a day or two and you haven't heard anything, just that with that same question. so that we can make sure that we take care of you. Um, and so we'll get it to you, but check the report card, and check the report card. Check Infinite Campus if you're in Infinite Campus, or if you have any student information from the school. If you don't have it, then on actually when you come pick up your Chromebooks, we can provide it to you then as well. And I'm sorry for multitasking. My boss is calling. Any other questions, Mr. Danza? Oh, many of you are asking for your GUID number for the PEBT card that I sent. Miss Jackson can give you that. Miss Wendy Jackson, if you have her email address, she can give you that number. Um, I can provide that number to you, either when you come on Saturday for Chromebook deployment, or if you shoot me a private message in Dojo, I can provide your GUID number. That is a testing number, so it is very secure. If you have your child's report card, that number is in the middle of the top part of the report card, and that is like a 10 or 11, yeah, that is like a 10 or 11 digit number. That is the number for the PEBT card. Okay. So you've got your student number that you need for almost everything in the cab. But for those of you that are trying to get the PEBT card, you need your student's state testing number. That number is on your report card. It's about a 9 or 10 digit number. But if you don't have a report card, you can't find it, message me, and I've been sending those out on Dojo. For those of you that are trying to access Infinite Campus, the quickest way to do it is to go through the district link that I sent out on Dojo. Um, if you go to the school district's website, the DeKalb County School District, and you go to Parent Portal or click on the Infinite Campus portal at the bottom, it's green and it's got lines on it, but it's Infinite Campus. If you click into Infinite Campus or go through Parent Portal, it'll give you steps for how to register online for an Infinite Campus portal account. You can register for an activation key there. If you're having difficulties, you can message myself or Miss Jackson, and we can get those activation keys to you, because those are secure to each parent. Okay, but you got to keep up with your login and your password. All right, Denzel, I'm ready for the next question.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. From Evelyn Garrett, she asked, will the students with 504 plans be attending the regular class for instructions? Will they be able to have one-on-one as well with the teacher?
Yes. So students who have 504 accommodations, and even our students with IEPs and our students that are tier 2 and in our tier 3 SST process, those students will still get their supports. And we will still follow all mandated guidelines that's developed in their plan, regardless of what type of plan it is. Same thing for ESOL, same thing for gifted, same thing for our EIP students. Those students will still get their services. It'll just be done virtually. And so our teachers of those specific areas, and Ms. Perry, who is the counselor that was on, who is our 504 chair, will be reaching out to all of our 504 parents to discuss ways to make sure that your child is getting their needs met. And we have intervention time built into our schedule. And so our students will have opportunities to receive intervention supports as well throughout our regular school day. So if you get a message or a phone call saying that this is your child's intervention time, please make sure that they're showing up for their time, because that could be the time that's listed in their 504, their IEP, their tier 2 or tier 3 SST plans.
Thank you, Ms. Presley. Our next question is coming from Ebony Wilborn. She asks, when do we need to bring final documents to complete pre-K registration?
Miss Brown, our registrar, will be reaching out to all of our pre-K registrants. They just sent us new guidelines on that registration process. That process has changed since we've been virtual, and so they're giving out information. So Miss Brown and Miss Hall and Mr. Kelly, our pre-K teachers, are working really tirelessly to get those babies in, and she'll tell you. If you go to our website, I don't know if she told you to go to our website and complete registration packets on our website, but there is a registration, there's a registration email If you go to our website, on the front page, it says register here, 2020-2021 registration, I think. If you click there and go into that website, and it may be on the home screen, but there is an email, a Gmail account, and I want to say it's Oakview registration, but please don't quote me. Go on the website, and there's an email link there where we're taking our registration documents.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. Our
You're
next
welcome.
question is coming from Oswald Silcari. She says, Microsoft Teams is a licensed product, so she's trying to make sure will they be able to get access to it. I know on our end, the Microsoft Suite is paid for, but what do civilians see on their end?
So
will they still be able to get free access?
Yes. So Microsoft Teams, if our babies log in with, they need to log in with their information. So even when I'm at home and I'm logging into my personal devices, if I log in with my district email and my district credentials, then it takes me right into Microsoft. It is also free for our students. So just make sure that our students are using their credentials. Parents, you can't log in and get Microsoft Teams, but your babies can log in. And if they're using a district issued Chromebook, they'll be able to log in from the Chromebook. And the teachers will have links. Most of the teachers I've seen have put in links straight to their Teams page on their Clever Launchpad page. Most of the teachers have the Microsoft Teams link straight there. You can go straight from Clever into Microsoft Teams. So your students shouldn't have any problems as long as they log in through Clever. They'll be able to go right into Microsoft Teams from there. But if you do have issues and you get locked out or kicked out, or you have to use a device that's not a school device, or they're not able to access Clever for whatever reason, and you want to just access Microsoft Teams, then just log in using a student's credentials.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. Our next question, a very important question from Maya Deneen. She says, if a student has any question for a teacher at any time, how will they be able to speak if the teacher is not live?
Oh, we're just gonna we'll still use Class Dojo. We'll still use Class Dojo. We'll still do emails. Teachers have, most of our teachers have, I've asked them to get Google numbers. And so you may have some foreign looking numbers calling you that may be the teacher calling. We do want to respect teachers' privacy. So they do have Google numbers to keep their private numbers secure and keep their professional lives and personal lives separate. But they will be calling you, and you'll still request the same way, guys. We'll email, we'll dojo. We're working now to see if we can get our front office phone transferred out to some of our secretaries. And so if we can't, then we'll give you a Google number for the school. But I'll let you guys know that we're working now to figure it out. We got new phones this summer, so we're still learning our new phone system. And so once I learn how to transfer this phone, then you'll be able to get that sweet voice from Miss Lundy on the other end, and Miss Ellison and Miss Brown to answer some of your questions. But you'll still be able to connect with teachers the same way, just emailing, requesting meetings, or sending Class Dojo messages to request meetings.
Thank you, Ms. Pressley. Next question. I got a couple of questions in regards to parents saying they don't see their child being in a classroom. Raquel Curtis says my kindergartner has not been assigned to a class. She hasn't received any emails. She says her second grade daughter, she got the information, but her kindergartner did attend Oakview and pre-K. She said her baby is Maya Banks, but she's still waiting some information. So what do parents do if they feel like their child's not in the system?
So if your child was here last year, I'm not sure why you can't see anything in the system. You may not see anything in Dojo, because remember now the teachers are still setting everything up. So some teachers, I probably got about, when I checked last night, there were probably about 12 to 15 teachers who already had their Dojo set up. But again, remember, they're required to have Dojo set up by the end of the day today. So you will probably see something come up in Dojo, if not this evening, first thing in the morning, because they know I'll be checking for the classes, and most of them are inviting me. So Dojo, they're updating. Kindergarten, if your baby is not in the class, I'm gonna check on that for you. Denzel, text me that name. I try not to speak about specific children over this platform because it is public, and I want to keep your baby's information private. But if you could text me that parent name and that student name, Denzel, I can check into it, and then mom, dad, whoever it was, if I need to reach out to you, I will, or I can have the teacher reach out to you.
Yes, ma'am. Next question is coming from Timothy. What is the contact for sending any absence excuses?
We'll have Miss Lundy's email up on the website. I'm writing myself a note now to add her on the website. But if you are ever trying to email a staff member, if you are ever anybody in DeKalb County, if you're ever trying to email a staff member at Oakview or any school, if you click on the staff link, it will allow you to type in a teacher's name or the grade level, and it'll pull that teacher up for you to see that teacher. So please, 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 don't ever fret if you are trying to reach a teacher. On every district website, there's a link that says staff, and you can click there and get every teacher's email address. All you have to do is type their name in, and it'll pull their email address up. So you have a way to contact them. For Oakview, if you go to our website and you go to staff, you'll see another link that says meet the teachers. Everyone's picture and all about me. We have all about me and pictures and contact information up for all of our teaching staff. And so that's another way. So when in doubt, check the website. When in doubt, check the website. Under meet the staff, you'll see a link that says I think it says all about me or meet the teachers or meet the staff or something like that. But if you click on it, you'll see all of our information there, how you can contact with us, and even a picture so you can see what your teacher looks like.
Next question, Ms. Pressley. Now, you addressed it earlier, but just for clarity, for the parents who maybe their email wasn't in the system, if they didn't receive that welcome email packet, what's the best way for them to access it? I believe you say go to the school website.
Go to the website, guys. It's on the website under virtual learning. All that information that was emailed out is on the website under virtual learning. So you didn't miss anything. I emailed it out for convenience, but I posted it on the website as well. But if you're not receiving emails, then when you come to pick up Chromebooks, we definitely need to check your email to make sure you're plugged in and your information is accurate.
Also, for clarity, if a child is returning to DeKalb County, they're already registered. However, they should still go to the school website for the other documents. Is that correct?
So you all know how we register every year. In elementary school, we're asking that you do the same thing. If you're on affidavits, you will have to, update your affidavit and provide proof of residency. Everybody has to provide proof of residency and all of that information. So if you go to the school website and click on 2020-2021 registration, it's a red link in the middle of the page. You can submit your information, complete a registration packet and submit your information there.
All right. Looking at all of our questions, we talked about the packets, we talked about registration. I think we're almost done, Ms. Pressley.
Okay.
Give me 1 minute to continue scrolling through the questions to make sure I didn't miss anyone.
You were a little muffled, Denzel. I didn't understand you.
I'm sorry. I said I believe we're done, but I'm scrolling through the timeline to make sure we did not miss any questions.
Okay. While he's scrolling through the timeline, like I said, first, the best thing, if you're missing information, first place to go is the website. If you don't see it on the website and you don't see it on Class Dojo, reach out to your teacher. That's the first thing. If you're having issues getting information from a teacher, message me on Dojo. I try to get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, if not before then. That's the first thing. We are asking everyone to register. The link is online. It's the red link in the middle of the page. It says 2020-2021 school registration. Whether you register for a Chromebook or not, only students that are enrolled at Oakview Elementary School can get a Chromebook from Oakview Elementary School. But Chromebook deployment is this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I'm asking that you bring your government issue ID so I can make sure that the parent I'm talking to is the parent who has the authority to check out and handle school business. I'm also asking you to bring your children with you because they do have to sign the student agreement, and you have to sign the agreement to check out a device. And that is on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday from 9 to 12. And there'll be some guiding documents there for you as well.
All right, Ms. Pressley, I want to say we've addressed everything. If you don't mind reiterating the Chromebook protocol again, and I think that's it. And also, if parents need access to their Infinite Campus.
Okay. Let me say this one other thing about Chromebooks. Parents, please, 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 make sure your babies take care of these Chromebooks or these iPads. Please teach them responsibility. Some of you do a great job, and some of our students need a little bit more support. So if you all could please help us take care of what the devices that have been given to us. We want to be good stewards of what we have. And if we can keep what we have, then we don't have to spend additional monies unnecessarily to purchase more. We do not have Chromebooks just sitting around if it's broken. We do not have extra chargers. You know, it's just like when you go buy one from the store, it's one charger per Chromebook. So anything extra, then we're having to go into funds that are allocated for something else for your child to replace. So please, 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 we do not have replacements. I cannot tell you how long it will take to get a replacement. So if you would help us, please teach them how to be very responsible. And I know most of you have devices and things of that nature at home, but if you would help us in that manner, that would really, really be helpful. And if we can be good stewards over this in this 9 weeks, then we could keep, you know, taking Chromebooks back and forth home to school to do assignments, even when we come back into the building. And so we want to make sure that regardless, our babies have what they need. And if they break them while they're home, when they get back in the school building, they won't have what they need. Okay. And so I want to make sure that we're being good stewards of what we have. As far as Infinite Campus, if you go onto the district website, not the school website, if you get on the district website and go to parents, you'll see that there's a link for Infinite Campus. If you go there, you can request what you need for an activation key to get into Infinite Campus. Because Infinite Campus has all of your student personal your student information in it, it is a very secure system, and so you have to have a special key code to get in. So you can go there and request. If for any reason you're having issues with requesting in that manner, then please don't hesitate to give me a shoot me a message on Dojo or email Miss Wendy Jackson, our parent liaison, and one of the two of us will take care of you to make sure you get it. Okay, but I promise you, y'all, do not panic. We're going to get through this. This is like no other first day of school. We realize that we're being very patient with you. We're asking that you be very patient with us. And as one school community, we will get through this and the kids will be fine. I think the kids are fine. It's the adults. It's us that's panicking.
I agree with that.
But the kids are la 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 like nothing's happening. So we'll get through it. I promise you that they'll have what they need. Okay. And if you need something, just reach out to us. I had a parent in her frustration. She was fussing at me the other day, but I realized she was frustrated. But just breathe, take 3 deep breaths, calm down, drink you some water, and then send us a message about what you need. Okay. Because we're here to support you. You asked me to address something else. Any questions pop up before we end the call? We've been on longer than I anticipated.
I think we're with that. We got one more question from Ebony Wilborn.
Absolutely.
We need to purchase iPad cases.
Oh, that's a great question. So the Chromebooks and the iPads, neither one of them come with cases. Okay, so you will need to have something to keep this in for your students. You will need to have something to keep this in for your students. And so we do not have cases, and we do not have cases for iPads or for Chromebooks. So you will need something to keep them in. I would suggest, especially if you have multiple children, that you go by the dollar store if you don't already have headphones and grab a pair of headphones so that there's no feedback between the kids and the classes that they're on. So I would suggest that, you know, you provide headphones for all of the children in the house, and so that they don't interrupt you, especially for some of you that are working from home. We are doing a book bag drive on Sunday from 3 to 6, if I'm not mistaken. We do have a book bag drive from one of our partners. We're partners with a car club, and they are doing a book bag drive on Sunday evening from 3 to 6. So if you are in need of some support by way of book bags and generic school supplies, then please don't hesitate to come by on Sunday. I'm just going to double check, make sure I'm telling you the right day, right time. Yeah, but we are partners with the Ambitious Movement Car Club. Those are the same people that do our trunk or treat during the Halloween season. So they'll be here on Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. For a school book bag giveaway. And so if you're in need of school supplies, please don't hesitate to come by after our Chromebook deployment from 3 to 6 to get some school supplies for them.
This is our final question from Tawana Williams. This is in regards to a daily schedule. She says, how do we know when to start classes for this new semester?
School starts Monday. School starts.
What time, like English, what time is math?
Oh, all of those. Miss Johnson has those schedules, and so she'll be putting those on the website if they're not already there. Click under virtual learning and find your child's grade level. So K through 2 has one schedule, and then you'll see specific schedules for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade by teacher. And so if she has not put them up on the website yet, stay tuned. They'll be on the website within the next day or so. I did send those to her this morning, so you can see exactly what time your child has has class. I had a parent ask me, do my children have to do specials? Specials is not important. Please know that those are required classes by the state of Georgia. And so if the class is on the schedule, your child is required to participate. I would really hate for your child to get a 0 in specials. Those are pretty much grades for participation. So yes, please, 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 make sure that your child is participating in all of the classes that they're slated to be in, just as they would if they were in the regular school day. Okay.
That's all questions, Ms. Pressley.
All right. So, according to Mr. Danzo, that's all the questions. I've exhausted a complete hour. We're gonna do these chats at least. I'm gonna try to do one again next week during the first week of school, and then we'll definitely do it at least once a month while we're in this virtual setting. I hope you found this to be beneficial. It will be on this page for anyone that needs to come back and watch it, and I believe Mr. Danzo will also upload it to our YouTube page for anyone that prefers.
2 hours.
Okay, Mr. Danzo said it will be uploaded within the next 2 hours. So if those of you that prefer YouTube, I appreciate you. And that's where we'll be. Danzo, first day of school, we're on YouTube, right?
That is the plan. We will do the advertisement beginning on Thursday.
Check the website for first day of school. I think we'll be on YouTube too. DJ Super Crunk is running the show Monday morning, first day of school. So I love you guys. I mean it. I miss you. I hate being in this empty classroom by myself. But we are definitely ready for you guys to come back. But until then, please stay safe. Please hug and kiss your babies. Love on your loved ones. And we will see you all soon. I'll see you this weekend. Love you. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.